Hey, Thomas, I found something when I was researching for our talk this morning on what's in the news, but it's so good, I'm not sure that we want to share it. I think we might want to become millionaires doing it ourselves.
Oh, wow. Does it have to do with Pray Not? Is it another
No,
version of Pray Not?
I did submit your idea for what not, pray not. And I've just had a lot of Mormon guys knocking at my door lately, so I don't know what they're tapped into, but they're worried about our souls. I told him, don't worry about his soul. He doesn't have one.
No, it's gone. Way beyond gone.
You know, why does the cat come? Every time I get on the computer, the cat comes over here.
I think it's the blinds going down. It was the blinds.
Maybe that's it. Well, Thomas, here's what I did. I had mentioned to you that, well, it started when I was doing some research and I found a couple articles about arbitrage, how it's going right and going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I think every new YouTube seller, if they will admit it, when they first started, ran down to Walmart and bought a bunch of stuff and tried to sell it because it was on sale, not realizing that if it's on sale at my Walmart, it's on sale at everybody's Walmart. So you wind up with, 40 toothpick holders or something. So you kind of wander away from it. Well, when I was doing this, I had talked to a guy who was pretty successful at arbitrage. And he told me about an app, and he said, you ought to look at this app. He said, it's an early warning system of stuff going on sale. So I said, yeah. And once in a while I've used it for stuff for personally, but I thought, well, since we're doing this talk about arbitrage, maybe I ought to take a look at it. So I went to it, and evidently I went like at 5 o'clock this morning. And what it does is somehow it immediately picks up and lists everything that's on sale at all these stores. And you can either look online or at your store. And I think I might have made about $300 in 10 minutes with no risk. So I'm going to share my screen and go to this app. The reason I'm hesitant about sharing it is it's so good, I think everybody's going to do it.
Well, so the thing about this app is that it's well known. You're not the only person with it.
Okay, then am I the only person up at 5 o'clock this morning?
Yep, definitely.
Am I the only person who knows how to code in a scrape of that site? So hold on.
Yep.
No, I didn't say, I don't even know why I said that. I don't know what those words mean. It's already gone, see?
Yep, exactly.
But I got it.
Cool. So did you sell it yet?
Well, there it is, Call of Duty Vanguard. So I thought, well, it says it's usually 60 on sale for 10. Oh yeah, well, hell, it probably isn't selling anywhere, right? So I'm going to go, it's Call of Duty Vanguard for Xbox, for example. Actually, I got the one for PS4. Okay, Call of Duty.
Oh, you're going to play the game?
No, I'm not. What I'm trying to do, Thomas, is tell you what I did, because you've told me, Sally, don't just buy this shit crap. Let me go to eBay. So I went, okay,
True.
well,
I did say that.
I'm gonna go to eBay. I must be on eBay someplace here. And I'm gonna go to, God, Thomas, why am I so clumsy at this? I don't even know where I am. Let me just go back to the opening page. So I put in the thing, here it is, Call of Duty Vanguard PS4. So I look at it, new listing, 25 plus 5 shipping. Okay. Yeah, but is anybody really buying it? So I go down to sold. Yeah, they're just sold yesterday for $30 for free shipping. So I thought, okay, well, it happens to be at Best Buy. So I thought, for fun, I'm going to order 3 of them. So I ordered 3 of them from Best Buy, and my total for 3 of them was $35, including shipping. So I'm going to see, they're going to be here Monday. So I'm going to see if that works. So then, Thomas, it gets better. I then thought, well, hell, what else is on sale? I'm starting to pick up a few things for Christmas. You know, the LOL dolls are they're just really big deal. So I've found them and they were on sale for 10 and they're selling for, and I've got the picture of them for $54. So I bought one of those. So I'm going to try that, but they also make mistakes. And at 5 o'clock this morning, Walmart put on one of their ceramic hair straighteners for 3 cents. I checked, sure enough, you can buy it. I checked in Detroit. There aren't any at your stores. There's some at my stores around here. I'm not going to run get them. But, you know, I think there is a legitimate place in reselling. I'm not drop shipping because that's a no-no, I understand. I'm not drop shipping, but here's the deal. Especially if it's at Walmart, I have a Walmart membership. I guess I can get rid of this free sharing this stuff. I think we're through with this, aren't we? I have a Walmart plan where I get free shipping on everything because I order dog food and stuff through it. So it also says, gee, you can bring anything back within 21 days and it's free. So I thought, what is the risk? I'm going to get a couple LOL dolls. I'm either going to make $40 on it, or I'm going to take it down to my Walmart and get my money back. So that's a pretty good turn on money. You know, if you look at a guaranteed return of triple your money, and if you can't sell it in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever, take it back. Tell me the flaw in that logic. There may not be one.
Well, so the question is, do you want to be sitting on your computer all day? And a lot of people would say, no, that's so boring.
I would only put on it for 10 minutes at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the other thing. You could either do that, or you could spend the money to go drive to a thrift store, look through everything, purchase something, have the risk and to store the item in hand, and then ship it out when it sells. Or you could just source it online at a stupid good deal with the knowledge that at the time you bought it, it'll sell. The one drawback is that if you are able to find it on sale, everybody who uses this app is able to find it on sale. So that there's a good chance that when the thing actually arrives on Monday and you list it up, that Vanguard game, the index fund game, is only worth $10, exactly what you paid for it. There's a good.
Okay, I understand that, but also there's limited quantities. I mean, like something I bought this morning, I bought a doll, I bought about 3 things just as a trial, and they're out. They're out of stock right now.
And yeah, of course they're out of stock.
Well, but after I bought it. So I'm not saying that, but for those of us who have a little bit of a squirrel brain and want to go chasing unique and novel things. Wow, look at this. I got a popcorn popper from the 1800s. This might scratch the itch in the least painful, monetarily painful way that I have found, because I can get up at 3 in the morning, once in a while, find something, make $30 or $40 on it, get that scratched. And now I'm not running to my local thrift store looking through toys with grimy fingerprints on it.
And there's no risk, because if it doesn't sell, you just return it in 21 days.
Okay, now another thing, and I don't think there's anything wrong with this. I happen to live in Nike country.
Yep.
And there's a big Nike, what do you call it?
Outlet
close by. And it is a very small town. It's weird. Hi, people. So I went down there and I bought some stuff. And I went up there, and I think I told you this. First of all, they gave me money because I'm old. Then they gave me 20% off because I'm a member. And then they said, oh, yeah. And because it's you get to spin this thing and we give you an additional amount off. So I got another 10% off. So I was buying stuff for about 30 or 40% of retail. So Bill said, what are you going to do with this crap if it doesn't sell? And I said, guess what? Nike Outlet gives you 90 days. So if I were starting a new store, why couldn't I say, okay, I've got $500 to start my new store. Run down to Nike, buy what I have to be smarter on Nike. I'm just not smart on Nike, but buy stuff. If it doesn't sell in 2 weeks, take it back, take that money, buy something else. So then I thought, maybe you and I got to think about this. For fun, should start an eBay store that only does this arbitrage stuff. That's it. Find out if it works or not. I mean, what is the risk of that? There's no cost to having a free store.
So the one cost with that is that I don't really want to risk it for the biscuit, in the sense of, if we did it, it would be like we buy it with 2 credit cards.
No, it's
And
fun.
then
I'm not worried about the money part of it. I'm really
okay,
not.
no. I'm saying, but so like the actual technical part of it would just be, if it's shipping from your location and my location, eBay would flag it as a drop shipper, and then eBay might pull my actual account, which would be tricky, which would just mean that it would just be run from one of our locations.
And it should be
And-
mine because I have the least to risk.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Perfect.
And then set a budget and say, okay, I want to know what did I spend this morning? I probably spent $60 this morning. I think that's going to be the first. I'm going to get them. I'm going to open a little store and we'll just keep track. All it will be is arbitrage. I don't see the downside of that. I don't see it.
So this is the kind of thing where I go, what is the value in me helping you besides just talking to you about it? Because what?
I think that I think that's about it. I think if it weren't for the fact that we're doing a YouTube channel, and I think this would just be a fascinating little side thing. Hey, how's our little arbitrage store doing? I wouldn't deal with it, honestly. Except for Christmas toys. Once in a while, I keep track of what the hot toys are for the coming year. And Amazon, for some reason, like last year, they sent me a thing and said, this JJ Concomly, whatever the toy was, is going to be hot this year. It's not even in stock, but if you want to order it now for $9.99, you can get it in 45 days. Well, this was like in September or something. I thought, sure. Holy cow, I got those and sold them for $50. I wish I'd ordered a dozen of them. And if I didn't like it, I still could send it back to Amazon. So I do a little bit of that, but only for Christmas toys and only to scratch that little squirrel itch that I have.
So then the question is, why do you do? Maybe the system is for you to scrap this whole eBay thing and just do that and sell it on eBay. It's easier to sell it on Amazon. It sells faster and whatnot, as long as you're ungated in it, which is kind of hard to do. But what if you just totally scrapped the eBay system and just did this theoretically risk-free arbitrage system?
A couple reasons. I mean, I think of number one, I have 1,000 items plus another 200 or 300 that haven't been listed yet.
So just let them sell out. Don't buy more stuff.
Secondly, I am a firm believer in not putting all the eggs in one basket. Like if you say, I'm only going to, well, like our friend Jeff, the lint weasel, he invested in the lint weasel, I think that was it. And then they shut him down on lint weasel. So I'm just kind of hesitant, but just like if you look at your investment portfolio, you don't buy all Starbucks stock. You might put 5%, I would put 5% in Starbucks stock and, some in utilities and, some high risk, some low risk. So the question is, is it viable on a standalone basis? And we're going to have a micro world to check that with on our eBay store. And the second thing is it sustainable? And I see that our arbitrage store is never going to have more than about 25 or 30 items in it. Because if they don't sell quick, I'm taking them back.
Yep. So I had a little bit of pushback, but now I've forgotten what it was.
Well, that's why, you said, why am I talking to you about it? Because you have enough of a
Oh,
store.
shoot, Sally moved. Sally shifted. She's excited.
Yeah, I did. Can you tell that?
Yeah.
This plan of mine is getting really scary. I mean, it shouldn't have leaves that big.
Is it like Jumanji? Like it's going to come and just strangle you and they're going to
I
have to
think
shoot
it
the
might.
plant?
It might. And this plant isn't supposed to do this. And I think I told you, I've given away like 100 of feet off of this thing. It was this big about a year ago. Anyway, why? Because you and I have the same twisted brain a little bit in that we're not afraid to try something. On the other hand, we're smart enough, thank you, Sally, for the compliment, to not step into something like, gee, I think I can try brain surgery at home. Since this isn't real, we're just going to experiment. I'm going to play around with it between now and Christmas, probably. Just stick with eBay, because all we're looking at is it viable?
Yes.
Really
Yes.
build an empire based on arbitrage.
Yes, we are sticking with, if we were to do this, we'd be sticking with eBay and the other platforms that are similar to eBay that allow basically a free market, because Amazon, like if we wanted to be consistent across the board, we would just pick one platform. Amazon has a higher barrier of entry. So if you want to sell on Amazon, if you want to sell all of our products on Amazon, you have to get quote unquote ungated and approved, which is a much bigger headache than just listing it on eBay and being done.
Okay, so next Wednesday, when we talk about this stuff, I will have some items in our inventory. I'm not going to tell anybody what our store name is, because I don't want, both of the people who watch our videos to go there. I don't want, I like it to just be flat out try it. And what I'm going to do is list it correctly, and I'm going to just price it at or a little bit below market, and I'm going to promote it at whatever. What
I
do you
think, yes, makes perfect sense. And I think if you're sourcing for this, you should have a very strict thing. You should say, well, I didn't sit on the app or do online arbitrage on this stuff all day. You should say, I searched for half an hour once a day, like, you just said when you did 5 p.m. your time, 5 a.m. your time, but still, which is 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is a totally like, like if you were to do it at 2 a.m. your time, which is 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, then I'd say like, oh, wow, basically not very many people would be doing it. But no, not very many people would be looking at the app. But the way that, like, if you really want to streamline it, which you could go down the line, you would say, okay, I'm doing zero research. I'm just scraping the thing for all of the things. And then when it pops up, boom,
That's
do
what
it.
I'm going to scrape it for like a 60% savings or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to stick to things like toys. I'm not, and I have free shipping at Walmart, so that's for toys. That's pretty good. But anyway, it'll be kind of fun. It won't hurt me if I get stung on it. It's not going to hurt me. I've got $30 into games that at least are going to sell for what I bought them for,
and that you can return for free.
Well, that's through Best Buy, by the way. And
you get the
what?
What's their return policy?
Well, I don't have a Best Buy close to me, and for a $10 game, I'm not going to do it.
Okay, cool.
I wouldn't invest. One time I walked into our little Walmart here before I was on to what people were doing. And here was this guy with the biggest smile I've ever seen on his face, pushing a grocery cart with 50 laptop computers in it.
Yep.
And he had, I'm sure, done this and found these laptops that were ridiculously priced. And Walmart does this. He'll put like this flat iron. It's a $70 flat iron, and it sells for $70. They've got it for 3 cents.
3 cents. Yeah, that'll make you a pretty penny right there.
So I'm going to kind of look for anomalies, and It will be kind of fun. Is there anything else going on in the land of eBay or reselling that's in the news these days? Their stock's kind of sucking.
Every stock is sucking right now.
Oh, that's
No.
I thought about that, but you're probably right.
Yeah, no, every stock sucks. No, this is just this is definitely the most interesting thing going on in the news, which is us using the news to start a arbitrage site to then have some more content to talk about on the YouTube channel.
For both of our viewers.
For both, for I don't know, 1.5. We might have lost one yesterday.
Yeah, we might have. Anyway, I'm still having fun doing this. I listed, I'm trying to, well, here's a feedback. I thought I had gotten away with something. I left for France and I was gone. What? I wound up not listing for about 9 days.
Mhm.
Didn't bother me. I came back, had a bunch of orders, filled them. Day later, I had absolutely nothing for the last 2 days. So now I'm testing that. I think that our mentor was right in that I'm going to test it, but I bet in about a week my sales will go back up because they always say it takes about a week. So what I'm going to do when we go to Charlotte, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put the store on or just extend my shipping for those few days, but I'm going to continue listing. And when I go to Colorado, well, that'll be fun. I can do some shopping in Colorado. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have enough in the bank to keep listing, even if the sales are slower because of the extended ship time.
Mhm.
I can see that my travels are going to get in the way of my eBay.
Yep, that's how it works. But based on the numbers that we crunched, I don't know, several shows ago, you don't need to do too much on eBay to cover all of your shipping, all of your travel costs.
I said 24 and you said, let's make it 36,000 a year.
Yep.
And without, in the worst time of the year, I'm still, I just can't seem to get, I'm between 2,000 and 2,500 a month. I'm hoping we're going to see that significantly change as I'm listing. The things that I'm listing yesterday were between, I think the cheapest one was 20 and the highest was 60 for the little rabbit jacket.
Nice.
So I'm hoping to kind of see that ramp up a little bit. But that'll be an interesting thing to watch. So tomorrow is flip or flop. Do you want to torture me again, or are we going to have somebody look at stuff that might actually know what they're talking
Ooh,
about?
that's a juicy thought. We will well, we could roast you again because Lord knows you probably have an infinite amount of inventory in your basement you could pull up. But we'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
I have to go across the river today because in Oregon you can buy pot, but you can't buy the good congestion, pseudoephedrine. You can't buy that here.
Okay.
But I cross my bridge and I can buy it. And when you have a really bad cold, it's the only stuff that really works. And they're afraid I'm going to make, I don't know, you can make something out of it. I was never big in chemistry. So I have to, they look at me, I have to sign a bunch of stuff. My brother-in-law said yesterday, he said, yeah, he said, it's getting kind of crazy. Why do they care so much about tagging? And I went, I fell asleep here for a minute. What are we talking about? He said, well, every time I go to buy paint, they get all spray paint. They get all my ID information because I'm going to go paint on. I said, no, they're afraid you're going to show up with a little paint under your nose because you've been huffing it, he says. So we're taking care of the world by making sure.
No, actually, you're totally wrong. So tagging, so tagging is what graffiti artists do.
Yeah.
So yes, so what they would do is they would take a paint chip of whatever color you were using, backtrace it to whoever bought that, and then call up those people and be like, oh, you bought. I'm guessing. Because that's what tagging is. That's
we don't
what tagging
even have
means.
tagging around here. We don't even have that.
We don't even have it. We don't even have graffiti artists. Not a thing we have.
Well, no, we really don't. This is a fishing place,
Sure.
Your mother is a hooker, and they mean she fishes. That's about as taggy as we get around here.
That's a good one.
I remember when I first started trying to interpret graffiti, I never did get it. And I said, why would this be an insult? And one of the kids said, oh, what do you see? And I said, well, I was driving under this bridge in Portland and it said, yo, mama. is a HOE. I said, why would you care if your mother was a digging implement? Of course, that entertained them for days. You know, mommy is a hole.
Oh, so
Anyway,
like, so also, if you're driving by and you see like, your mama is a hoe, are you gonna be like, no, she's not, that's ridiculous, that is like that's gonna rev you up? If that revs you up, you're gonna pull up to a stop sign and be like, tell me to stop, you telling me to stop?
you telling me?
Yeah, oh yeah, fuck that, I'm going. No, like, come on.
Hey, Olivia Newton-John died. I wonder if her stuff has become more valuable now.
I have
No,
no idea who
probably.
that is. No idea who that is.
Oh, the old Grease. She was with John Travolta in Grease. Oh,
Gotcha. Movie I never saw, but
yeah.
I
Oh,
know
you
about.
should see that. I mean, that's the 50s all over.
Oh, it's just a classic there, you know.
Yeah,
Gotta watch all the Grease a little
I'm
bit
not
there.
Swedish. I'm not Swedish.
Oh
By the way,
no, that's Canadian, you know, there a little bit. Oh,
it sounded like the Swedish chef on the old
no,
Saturday Night Live. Orga, borga, dorga.
no, we're gonna go to Timmy's later. Get ourselves a little bit of Timbits. Fill up. Maybe we'll go to the Six, listen to Drake.
I give up. Okay, well, we'll chat a little bit, but that's not
Okay,
all
sounds
I
good.
have today. I'm gonna go plot and plan, and I'm gonna keep really good records, and every Wednesday we'll do a 5-minute review of our
And
arbitrage store.
And I just picked up a bunch of clothes yesterday, which I was saving to do that zipper thing on, because there's definitely gonna be some good pieces in there that I'm probably only gonna be able to identify by a zipper or some piece of hardware. So we'll be able
Good.
to figure something out that way.
Good. I've been kind of pulling a little bit out of some of our videos that I want to do some shorts on.
Good.
So anyway, okay, well, Thomas, I'll stick around. I'll chat with you, but I think we're done for today. It's cooked.
Let's do it. By the way, do you see my shirt? It says 50 is 5 perfect tens. And then it has a bunch of doggies and a bunny and a cat and a bear and a pig holding up 5 tens, which is saying that 50 years old is 5 perfect tens, but you're a lot older than 50.
What
So
does it
it's
have
like
to
a
do with a
joke.
dog and a pig and what does it have to do with the animals?
It's because old people just relate to animals. Because when you get older, you end up hating people. So then you just
That's
relate
true.
to animals. I know exactly. I'm Galaxy Brand over here.
You wind up, it's not, I think we always hated people. I always kind of did, some people. But when you get older, you don't give a shit about saying it. That's the difference. It's like if I see a cute guy, I go over and tell him he's cute. And he just kind of chuckles and snuggles down because it's telling him he's a good boy. If I were 20 and did that, I get thrown in jail,
In jail. Yep, exactly.
I'm sure I would.
Mhm.
And I'm too cute to go to jail. I've watched Oranges.
Oh, really? A lot of people say that to you?
Yeah, they do. They do. All right. Well, enough of this drivel. I'll catch you on the other side.
Sounds good. Talk to you soon.
At my age, when I say the other side, it could mean anything.
I know. Move away from the light, Sally.
Don't walk toward the light. Okay. Catch you later.